it's explained as rocket test, a rocket test. If you live in California, like they do Edwards Air Force Base, they do a lot of rocket tests out here, and you will see exactly what I'm going to show you in the sky. I actually don't know the location of this. Maybe, hold on, maybe I can be a little more intrepid in my reporting. Oh, they say it was Florida. But I have seen exactly these kinds of formations in Los Angeles skies before, and they're explained as like missile tests. But when you see them, you're like, I don't know what kind of missile that is. It's very frightening. It's extremely frightening, and you really don't know what they're doing up there. But we're gonna watch this, and this is why people do have questions about like what actual capabilities the authorities have, what kind of technology we're actually. Hold on. Eventually, it'll get there. But I have seen several times in my life. I've seen formations like this in the sky over Southern California. But when you see, it's massive. Like whatever that is, whatever's going on up there. Watch this second, whatever this is on the right. Well, they're going to follow it, but sorry for the people on Colin. It's like amazingly luminous formations in the sky. This is crazy. What, I don't know what that is. That's wild. There's one rocket that looks like it's sending off like shock waves. Have you guys heard about this technology that supposedly China has, but I'm sure we have it too, where you have like rockets and or aircraft, spaceships being propelled by like sonic waves, shock waves. I don't know. I think I'm not really describing it. Yeah, and then also, what are the particulates it's throwing out? What kind of chemicals is it throwing out in the air? Like whatever they're doing, they clearly don't care about the consequences to the planet. But I just want to show that it's kind of amazing footage. Again, and the I don't think it's re-entering, John Glad. It's because it was going up. The trajectory in the beginning was up, and I've seen these things before, and they go up, and the official explanation is it was like a test, a missile test or a rocket test. That's what they say it is. When people see these, they freak out. In California, when it happens here, like people freak out because it is massive, and the light is insane, and like it's very scary. You think, you don't know what's about to happen, right? You think maybe something is happening. Anyways, just wanted to show that. Just interesting footage. Man, I don't even know if I should talk about this on YouTube or not, and I may. Hold on one second. Let me see if I have something else I can talk about while still on YouTube. Well, definitely. I'll just show this very quickly. South African president declares state of emergency over power crisis. South African President Cyril Ramaphosa on Thursday declared a national state of disaster over the country's power crisis, saying it has posed an existential threat to South Africa's economy and society. We are in the grip of a profound energy crisis, the seeds of which were planted many years ago. Struggling state utility ESCOM is implementing the worst rolling blackouts on record that are expected to wipe as much as 2 percentage points off of economic growth in Africa's most industrialized nation this year. Pressure is mounted on Ramaphosa to provide solutions as South African households and businesses face hours of delay outages. Oh, sorry, daily. I can read. Declaring a national state of disaster gives the government additional powers to respond to a crisis, including by enabling emergency procurement procedures and new regulations to be enforced. Use the same legislation during the COVID-19 pandemic. What came next was stunning. On February 7th, less than 3 weeks before the seemingly inevitable Russian invasion of Ukraine, right? Because they were, for months they were like, here they come. I think they're going to invade. What happens if they invade? Oh, they invaded. Right? So it was of no surprise that they invaded. Biden met in his White House office with German Chancellor Olaf Scholz, who, after some wobbling, was now firmly on the American team. At the press briefing that followed, Biden defiantly said, if Russia invades, there will be no longer a Nord Stream 2. We will bring an end to it. Remember that. He said that straight up. And then it blew up. Whoa. But no connection, of course. It is a mystery. 20 days earlier, Undersecretary Nuland had delivered essentially the same message at a State Department briefing with little press coverage. She said, I want to be very clear to you today. If Russia invades Ukraine, one way or another, Nord Stream 2 will not move forward. Several of those involved in the planning of the pipeline mission were dismayed by what they viewed as a direct reference to the attack. It was like putting an atomic bomb on the ground in Tokyo and telling the Japanese they were going to detonate it, the source said. The plan was for the options to be executed post-invasion and not advertised publicly. Biden simply didn't get it or ignored it. Bumbling fools, generally. Biden's and Nuland's indiscretion, if that's what it was, might have frustrated some of the planners, but it also created an opportunity. According to the source, some of the senior officials of the CIA determined that blowing up the pipeline no longer could be considered a covert option, because the president just announced that we knew how to do it. The plan to blow up Nord Stream 1 and 2 was suddenly downgraded from a covert operation requiring that Congress be informed to one that was deemed as a highly classified intelligence operation with U.S. military support. Under the law, the source explained, there was no longer a legal requirement to report the operation to Congress. All they had to do now is just do it, but it still had to be a secret. The Russians have superlative surveillance of the Baltic Sea. The agency working group members had no direct contact with the White House and were eager to find out if the president meant what he said, that is, if the mission was now a go. The source recalled, Bill Burns comes back and says, do it. The operation. Norway was the perfect place to base the mission. In the past few years of East-West crisis, the U.S. military has vastly expanded its presence inside. If you can hang out for a moment. Kevin Hester was talking about the level of warming in New Zealand. The ocean warming go up to 5 degrees above normal. It may be time to change the beaten. They are being destroyed. When not SH will hit the fan. Yeah, so right. Somebody in the chat mentioned Chile. They're having a heat wave there. The ocean is extremely warm. Look at those temperatures. Or can we see the temperatures? Sorry for the rockiness of the stream today. I blame StreamYard. But those temperatures are really, really warm. Going above the 5C. This is from February 3rd. Southern ocean warming off the scale. Level of warming being caused by extreme marine heat waves in the ocean off the South Island is literally off the scale. Met Service oceanographer Dr. João de Souza said the present heat wave was concentrated off Otago and around Stewart Island, bringing temperatures up to 6 degrees Celsius warmer than normal. Extreme marine heat waves are just that, extreme. It's the highest category in existence for marine heat waves, reflecting how unusual this level of warming is, both in New Zealand and internationally. Over the next few days, Otago water temperatures are expected to be over 5 degrees C warmer than usual, bringing surface ocean temperatures to 19 degrees C. Temperatures around Stewart Island would be 4 to 6 degrees warmer than usual. We are seeing steady temperatures above 18 degrees C forecast this weekend. The temperature rise was so pronounced that Met Service might have to extend the color scale used to denote the warming. Again, I don't know. Maybe it's space lasers, or maybe it is, or maybe the Earth is getting hotter. I don't know. I don't know.